Greetings, Guardians of Dominion. Zeus here with another enlightening video. Today's topic is Lyria's game-breaking skill, Shackles of Doom, a true turning point in battle mechanics. What if I told you that one skill could completely bypass dodge and shut down heroes who rely on it for survival? That's exactly what Shackles of Doom does, and in this video, we'll dive into how Lyria rewrites the rules of combat, counters top dodge-based teams, and why this makes her an essential part of your lineup. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss this one. For a very long time, dodge heroes have dominated the battlefield in Hero Wars, Dominion era, both on offense and defense. Dante, Aurora, Yasmine. They've thrived because their ability to dodge made them hard to counter. But things are about to change. With the arrival of the new hero, Lyria, dodge-based teams are no longer safe. Lyria's skill, Shackles of Doom, is a true game-changer that breaks one of the most powerful mechanics in Hero Wars, dodge. Let's take a closer look at how this skill works. Shackles of Doom is a passive ability. Lyria emits an aura that reduces the dodge stat of all enemies within its area of effect. But that's not all, enemies inside the aura also receive extra physical damage from any physical attack. The more undead allies you have on your team, the larger the aura becomes. At max level, this skill reduces dodge by 29,848, and adds 7,783 extra physical damage. That's already a big deal, but it gets better. The aura's size scales with the number of undead heroes on your team. The undead faction includes Corvus, Morrigan, Keira, and Phobos. But it also counts Morrigans, Pelotons and Lyria's summoned ghosts. That means even if you don't stack your team with undead heroes, Lyria alone can cover enough ground to affect at least the first and second enemy positions, depending on where you place her. This puts common dodge-based defenses like Dante tank setups and Aurora teams in real danger. These heroes not only lose their dodge advantage, but they also take increased physical damage while standing inside the aura. That's why it's important to position Lyria so her aura covers as many enemy heroes as possible. The extra damage scales with Lyria's physical attack, so pairing her with heroes who boost physical attack, especially through their first artifact or skills, makes a big difference. For example, if you place Nebula next to Lyria, her bonus will boost Lyria's extra damage from 7,000 to over 17,000. And remember, this is not just a stat buff, this is direct extra damage applied in every physical attack against enemies caught in the aura. In short, Lyria doesn't just weaken dodge teams, she punishes them. And with the right support, she becomes a serious threat to many popular team compositions. Now let's dive into which heroes are affected by Lyria's Shackles of Doom and how exactly this interaction plays out in real battles. First, remember that Lyria reduces dodge by around 30,000, and that's just the base value. Before we get into specific heroes, it's important to note how Cain plays into dodge setups. Cain as a patron gives only about 3,000 dodge, which isn't a game-changing stat. What truly matters is Cain's Dark Patron skill. This ability grants 35% bonus energy if the hero dodges, which is significant, but it only activates if the hero already has a good chance to dodge in the first place. And that's exactly where Lyria becomes a problem. Let's start with Aurora. Her base dodge stat is 14,000, which means at the beginning of battle, she becomes immediately vulnerable to teams with Lyria. On top of that, Aurora has low armor, so taking full hits is dangerous. After using her ultimate, Aurora activates Lyria's Legacy, which boosts her entire team's dodge by another 14,000. This brings her total to 28,000 dodge, but Lyria's aura completely negates this. So even after her artifact is triggered, Aurora remains highly vulnerable. Most importantly, since dodge is Aurora's main stat, Lyria directly reduces her energy gain, making it harder for Aurora to activate her ultimate in the first place. That's a huge hit to her overall performance. Now on to Dante. His base dodge stat is 14,000, and his artifact adds another 14,000, bringing him to 28,000 dodge, but that's still not enough to escape Lyria's Shackles of Doom. The third and most significant source of dodge comes from his skill Foresight, which can provide an additional 16,000 dodge. However, here's the problem: while Foresight activates automatically, timing it alongside his artifact is tricky. For Dante to benefit from all three dodge sources at once, his base stat, artifact bonus, and Foresight skill, his artifact needs to activate, and that only happens when Dante uses his ultimate. That means he must gain energy and ult at the exact moment his Foresight is active, which is not easy to coordinate in battle. But there is a workaround. If Nebula supports Dante with her equilibrium skill at the exact moment he activates Foresight, the dodge boost from the skill jumps to 36,000. Add that to Dante's 14,000 base dodge, and you get around 50,000 total dodge, which can actually outscale Lyria's aura. In this case, Dante becomes a serious threat again, but only with precise Nebula support. That said, Lyria can also be supported by Nebula. If you position Nebula next to Lyria, her aura's dodge reduction can scale up to 53,000, completely erasing even the most buffed dodge stats. So if you see your opponent using Nebula with Dante, a smart move is to pair Nebula with Lyria as well. Now let's look at Heidi and Ishmael, both known for unique dodge mechanics. Heidi's Spy Camo is a special kind of dodge, not based on dodge stat, so Lyria can't reduce it. However, once camouflage wears off, Heidi reverts to her normal 14,000 dodge stat, which Lyria can completely negate. So timing is everything. As for Ishmael, he doesn't have built-in dodge, but his Phantom and Ascended Elusive Phantom skills also count as special dodge, meaning Lyria can't affect them. This keeps Ishmael relatively safe from her aura. Now let's talk about Jet. His base dodge stat is 12,000, which is fully negated by Lyria. However, Jet is usually positioned as the last hero in the lineup. Unless you're running a full Undead team, Lyria's aura won't reach the backline, meaning Jet can often remain untouched. In this way, he's still a safe support pick in some scenarios. Now here's where things get interesting: Yasmine. Her base dodge is 12,000, which Lyria can remove easily. But Yasmine's Assassin's Instinct skill gives her a massive 41,000 dodge boost. Altogether, that's 53,000 dodge, which Lyria alone can't fully reduce, unless again, she's supported by Nebula. This makes Yasmine a serious threat to Lyria teams, especially if not countered with the right positioning or control. Let's move on to Qing Mao. Her base dodge is 15,000, and it's completely wiped out by Lyria's aura. That makes Qing Mao highly vulnerable. As a result, expect to see fewer Qing Mao tank teams in the meta from now on. And finally, Nebula herself. She has 13,000 built-in dodge, which Lyria easily removes. That makes Nebula a bit more fragile when facing Lyria teams, especially if she's placed closer to the front. Oh, Guardians, what have we learned today? Lyria's Shackles of Doom is not just another passive skill, it's a meta-defining ability that completely changes how dodge teams perform in hero wars. From shutting down Aurora and Dante to forcing players to rethink their formations, Lyria introduces a whole new level of strategy. Whether she's supported by Nebula or working solo, her ability to cripple dodge mechanics and increase physical damage makes her one of the most impactful heroes we've seen in a long time. But now I want to hear from you. Do you think Lyria will stay dominant in the meta? Have you tested her against top dodge teams? Drop your thoughts and battle results in the comments, I read every one of them. If you found this video helpful, Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, so you never miss another strategic breakdown. More powerful insights are coming your way. Until next time, keep dominating the battlefield, stay sharp, and never stop evolving. Salute and friendship.